so many women that are listening to this podcast, women that read Fast Like a Girl and trying the different strategies there. What I see is that we have such a lack of confidence when it comes to our body, and it works both ways. It's the woman who cannot lose weight. She's tried every single diet, and it's the woman who is extremely thin and is trying to gain weight and nobody understands her. It doesn't matter where we are. It seems like body confidence and being a woman are not going hand in hand.
Oh God, this is such a big question.
Yeah.
And important to talk about.
Really important.
So I was brought up with a mum that was borderline anorexic. When I was in my teenage years, she swung hard the other way and became morbidly obese. So I just want to give context to what I saw growing up and the relationship between a person and a woman and food. I also was teased for my looks, but I was very skinny. So I was praised for my body. And then I got to 16 and develop, and then all of a sudden I had the same people that saying, oh my God, you're so lucky you're skinny, then we're turning around and be like, oh, you better be careful, you're putting on weight. And growing up with a grandmother who feeds you a lot, right?
Yep.
Greek grandmother, Greek Orthodox, every time you go, they like, oh, why aren't you eating? Why aren't you eating? And then, how are you gonna find a man if you don't eat? And then as soon as you start getting big, they're like, how are you gonna find a man if you're fat? And they would say those words. I don't use them, but that's how they would to your face, Mindy.
Wow.
So just to give context of then, not a surprise, I had body dysmorphia issues.
Yeah.
I would look in the mirror and I would always criticize myself. And what I realized is that mindset of dismissing your body, of not recognizing your body, of not appreciating your body led to very bad health outcomes. And that was because I cut out fat. I cut out carbs. I was like, I would need to be as skinny as possible because that's how I'm going to get accepted. Now, what I found in my own life is once I started to focus on other things other than my body, my mindset, my business acumen, my how to be a beautiful wife, how to be an amazing sister, all of these other things started to then pivot where I was focusing on my on my body, and then it allowed me to feel good in other areas. Once I started to feel good in other areas, like building a business, like being an amazing wife, I started to lessen the focus of my body.
Oh my gosh. I call that going in the side door. You go in through to health from a different direction. So again, that was a truth that I want to make sure nobody misses. You found confidence in other areas of your life that you were able to bring back to your body.
Yes, because once I started to realize, oh, I can build a business and actually bring value to people. I can create a protein bar that actually saves lives. Like I had an anorexic woman that reached out to us in the early days of Quest Nutrition. And she said, you've saved my life because I never thought I would be okay with calories. And you've creating this bar has now made me okay with calories, and I've been able to gain some weight. So when you really see things like that, where you can actually impact somebody from doing business,
right?
I was like, well, how can I sit here and just be disgusted with my own body when I can actually achieve things that help people?
Right.
So it's refocusing where your attention goes.
Yeah, I love
and
that.
my worst time in my life where I had utter body dysmorphia was when I didn't have anything else in my life. I didn't have what we call purpose. I didn't have that word back then. But every day I didn't have a purpose. So every day I woke up, I went on the scale because my purpose was, how much weight can I lose? How skinny can I get?
That was it. Yep.
And then how long can I run on the treadmill for? That was where I was getting my joy, or my sadness, or my frustration, or my drive was all from how much do I weigh? How much can I lose on the run on the treadmill? And then how much little food can I eat?
Yeah.
And so having these things as the distraction to the unhappiness that was my life became a big wake-up call. Once I started with Quest and I realized, oh, my weight was a total distraction to how miserable I actually was by being a stay-at-home wife. Now, I don't judge people for being a stay-at-home wife. I think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me.
Yeah.
I didn't want it. I didn't ask for it. And I didn't speak up to say that I was unhappy.
Yeah.
And so every time you have unhappiness or something in your life, we distract ourselves with what I call the squirrels. Like,
the what?
You know, the squirrels, like the dog chase the squirrel.
Yeah, I love
so
it.
it's like, it's a distraction. So I found that my distractions from my profound unhappiness of being a stay-at-home wife was my weight, was looking at myself in the mirror, was criticizing my body, because it gave me a purpose to get up in the morning.
Yeah.